Like the video and subscribe right now, or Crab Doggo will give you crabs. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I'm so proud you got promoted. What rank are we now? Wives are veterans also. We served right along with our husbands. I get so mad when someone says, oh, you're just the wife. It was hard on us too. We kept the home together and going while our husbands were deployed. So I'm not just a wife, I'm a veteran also. Please tell me you're not serious. We wives keep the home front safe for the husbands to come home to. That's not what this is about. This is about a woman who was actually in the military. No, you're not a veteran if you were not in the military. Well, my hubby and I are engaged, but no married. But basically I'm an army wife. He hasn't enlisted, but has been thinking about joining the military. He loves airborne, so I suggested he get a tattoo of it on his neck. I know he never went to the school, but he's basically airborne in his heart. So proud of my hubby for getting an airborne tattoo based off my suggestion. He doesn't need to enlist. It's how he feels. Airborne. My friend is hiring for his company and this resume came in. Military spouse. She's dead serious, LMAO. Get the duck out of here. Rank, military spouse. Am I the asshole for asking an older man to leave the skate park my kids were at and then treating to call the police when he didn't? We are a military family and just arrived at our new duty station about a week ago. We chose the neighborhood specifically because of all the activities for kids. A huge centralized park with playgrounds, native desert, a swimming pool and a skate park. My kids have always wanted to try skateboarding, so after we got them all set up with the appropriate equipment, I took them over to the skate park at the park. For the most part it was an okay experience, but I wasn't a fan of the language the teens and preteens were using. But I figured that was their turf and the last thing I needed to do was start an issue with them. However, there was a much older man there. He just creeped me out. I'm not sure how to describe it. He had pads and a skateboard, but he only rode it maybe once every 10 minutes. But something about his look just seemed off to me. He also reeked of marijuana smoke. Finally he actually ran into my son while they were at the bottom of one of the pools, and I had enough because it seemed so deliberate. I first asked him if he had kids. He said something really creepy like, these are all my kids. I said maybe it's time he found a new hobby. He was so incoherent, I don't know what he said next, but it was something about his soul which really creeped me out. So I told him flat out I think it's time that he left. He said he was leaving anyways in 20 minutes since he had to work. I told him maybe he should just leave now. He said no. I said I was calling the police and finally he said that he didn't want any trouble and he'd leave. I told him if he didn't want trouble maybe he should choose age appropriate activities. What I hadn't noticed is that several of the teens were close by, and when he left they said things like maybe your fat ass should be the one to leave, and B word and C word, and on and on. I had also brought over a specialty concert chair to sit on, and one of the kids had thrown it over the fence into the main park. This truly scared my kids. I dialed 911 and we left the park. It took almost 4 hours for the police to come to our house and the officer said that in the future I should call them right away. However, my husband is furious with me. He thinks that I've instantly made us a marked family in the neighborhood and maybe the older man really was there to enjoy himself. My point is my husband wasn't there and I tried to act on my own instincts and they telling me this older man was up to no good. Bruh, exact outfit and everything. My name is. Many know me as the girl who cheated on her military boyfriend. A good opportunity came about while he was deployed and I couldn't turn it down. If I raise this goal, I will do a second video. I'm single now. Karens who are military dependents. So as the title states, this happened on a military installation I'm stationed at. So I'm active duty US Navy and ever since I joined either the "you will address me as my husband's rank" was a meme or not true, but oh boy was I wrong. So before of it started I was walking from the Navy exchange back to the barracks and woman, mid to late 30s maybe 40s, was walking towards me. I nod and say good afternoon because well, it's how I was raised. She saluted. stopped and then demanded I salute back. I paused for a second thinking to myself yes. Finally, I asked her what her rank is and she told me her husband is a lieutenant at insert BS here and that she demanded I salute her. I just snickered at her and at this point she was red in the face and I was trying so hard not to laugh. To make even more funny she asked what command him with and all that BS and I simply told her none of her business and if she wanted a salute she should go to the academy and learn to not be a jerk to random people. That day I gained a C story. A Karen was triggered and balance was brought back to the force. When I became a military spouse I thought I would get free stuff. What the duck? Military spouses deserve drinks for free. Duck this place. Oh my god, duck this place. We serve our asses off way more than anyone. I'm a military spouse, it should be free next time. Thank a military spouse. Military service. Branch. Navy. Service country. United States. Rank. Military spouse. Hey girl, so we realized your husband isn't army, so we can't purchase the baby items. No offense, it's just disrespectful to my husband. We don't mix branches. Okay. I'm not sure how to respond to that. We don't mix branches. Are we a dependent not military? It's my posting. And what does their jobs have to do with baby items? Not to be rude but that's ridiculously childish and sounds like entitlement. But thank you for letting me know. Have a good night. The army just has standards, and as an army wife, I have to withhold that expectation. This is an army base, Marine. You guys are on our turf, sweetie. I'm not replying what I'm thinking, because, just wow. Again, have a good night. Goodbye. You know, you're a military spouse when you've almost met your death, tripping on these boots. Last night our family went to Sis's Pizza in Norfolk. See attached picture. As a military spouse I asked if they give military discounts. Cashier responded we give free drink to active duty and retired. I said what about spouse of deployed members? Rude cashier said man is issued a C bag not a spouse. Of course my face changed and I said I'm going to have to call corporate. He said go ahead, but I'm the district manager so nothing will change. If you wish we can sit down and talk. Thankfully, my kids and father-in-law was with me, and it was a celebration for my soon to be 10-year-old, or I would have left. I don't care about the free drink. I care that this man feels that only the service member serves, and openly gives such disrespect to military spouse. Please share. Feeling irritated. Military depender wants to know what type of insurance she should take out when her husband commits suicide. Anonymous question. I would like to know what type of life insurance policy I should get if I'm pretty sure that at some point my husband will commit suicide. Post-divorce, he's made attempts in the past. If I'm granted everything I've requested in our divorce, there is a good chance he will. He is retiring in April 2020. We have 2 minor children, one of which is disabled and will need to be cared for throughout adulthood. I need assistance as to what type of policy and how it should be worded in our divorce decree. Total 17 years married. Military spouse here. Common mentality in the spouse community. Starbucks gives them a free coffee on Veterans Day and they start to think they deserve it. Lots of places very graciously honor military spouses by giving them a small discount also. It just feeds the big head. I joined a spouse support group when I had to uproot my life and career and leave my friends and family to move across the country with my husband. I immediately left the group. Bunch of needy entitled weirdos looking for free stuff or just wanting to talk constantly. She wanted free champagne because she's the wife of a military member. I can't. That smiley face is the passive aggressive cherry on top. Hi, I see we are in the same group Norfolk area naval spouses, and I was wondering if you can do me a favor. Military spouses are supposed to help each other at all times. Considering my husband is currently underway and I don't drive at all, I was wondering if you can take me and my kids to my appointments at Langley. I live in Norfolk. I cannot pay for gas or give you anything at this time, so if you could do that and not expect anything, that will be great. I see that you have kids too, and if you don't have a big enough car, you might want to find them a babysitter, considering I can't leave my 4 children with anyone. If you have car seats, that will be great, so I don't have to bring mine. Spouses have already told me no, so if you could not be that rude, I would appreciate it. Let me know as soon as possible. I'm an officer's wife, and I better get saluted when I drive in the gate with my officer sticker on my truck that my officer husband's paycheck pays for. It's called respect, which you obviously have none. USMC. Spouse rank structure. S1. Slam piece. Recruit. Entry status spouse. Only Shreks and no commitment. Some never advance past this rank and are dubbed barracks bunnies. S2. Girlfriend. Junior depender. After great performances S1, she receives an indoctrination into the Marines. At S2, deployments are experienced. S3. Fiancé. Non-commissioned depender. Not every girl attains this rank. S3s receive a ring on their finger and hold authority over S2 and below. This rank is usually held for a year or 3 weeks. S4. Wife. Staff NCD. The highest rank to be given. An S4 not only has her rank, but also her husband's, and can jump entire commands. Usually carry a camp person, gain 25 pounds a year. Senior S4s exceed 400 pounds and are assigned to the commissionary. During deployment, may PCS to another man. Officer S4s also rate a salute. As military spouses, we are very upset with the Dallas Cowboys. Why didn't you give us free tickets and salute us and thank us for our service? We have the toughest job in the military and we feel left out and forgotten about. Do you know our rank? Looks like we have to call your manager because you don't like giving anything for free to us as military spouses after all we do for you. Also, military doesn't serve me. You serve big corporations to make them money. Your cat in the morning. Military wives serve too. Big stretch. He isn't me. I've served 26 years as a military wife, and I have sacrificed too much to see my flag disrespected. I'm so sick and tired of this kneeling crap, I could scream. You want to kneel? Kneel beside. Salute me. I'm a Navy spouse. I don't know who needs to hear this, but your spouse's military rank is yours also. You've earned it all by marrying them. Ah yes, the wild Facebook depender. Let's play a game. Choose a superpower. A person will choose a side effect for you in comments. Featured comment. Error guess. Me. Casually watching memes and laughing hard as duck. Everyone at the Queen's funeral. If you want to be featured in the next video, use hashtag dankness.